Hey guys, and welcome back to Smart Money Minds. So the market is finally starting to consolidate, and I'm hearing some fear in the market and with people around me, and they're talking about taking losses, and this is where you have to protect your high or low in your account because the market is quite choppy. We have consolidation, the market is in an uncertain stage. So with the S&P 500, it took a big red candle, and looking at the other sectors as well, we have NASDAQ doing the same thing, and the only thing that's kind of holding up the market is XLV, which is healthcare, and that is driven by Moderna. So in this video, I'm going to be talking about seeing this dip and looking at what kind of opportunities are coming up this week. That are my 3 top watches, and I'll share them with you and let you know what technical analysis I'm looking at and what pattern is forming. Let's get started here. The first one I have is space. So space had sell the news event because Richard Branson effectively made it to space, and everybody decided to sell from this bull flag here that happened. There was some decent bear volume here coming down, but what we're seeing here is there is a falling wedge on the 1 hour, and 1 hour is oversold, so I'm looking for a decent higher low range. We could very well gap down even further into this zone here. There's a gap fill range here and the 0.786. So I am in a small position to start, and I will stop out if it does gap down significantly, and I will have to reevaluate because I'm not sure if this will bounce yet because I'm buying a little bit early than I anticipated. That's a little bit on my mistake, but I'm gonna have to live with that. So there's a potential to gap down into the 0.786, and then that's where we may see a bounce from this range. So I will probably only add if we have clear bull volume on the shorts covering and bulls buying the dip here. The next chart I have here is Moderna, and look at the bullish volume here. So what I'm actually anticipating is we're approaching the 300 range, which is a psychological resistance. So if we gap up significantly, we can look for perhaps an extension, a volume climax sort of day, and then we can come back down for some consolidation. Because at that point, it will be above or at least touching the third deviation on the upper Bollinger Band, and getting quite far extended from this 8 EMA here. So we may need some consolidation before continuing upwards on this uplisting news. The uplisting news that I'm talking about is Moderna joining the S&P 500, which is huge news. And if you look back at Tesla, there was a major spike in action when they joined the S&P 500 as well. So Tesla here had the uplisting news and basically went over 100% on this news. Moderna could have the same effect, but it is getting a little overextended on the weekly time frame. So we may have to see a little bit of consolidation before continuation. And the last stock I'm watching here is NIO. So NIO actually has a falling wedge forming in this range. And look at this area here, around $40 to $42. That's where it's been holding its gains, and it can't go below it right now. There's a very clear stop, so you can always set your stop at 42 or just below it, below the zone, maybe even 41. And if it breaks below this falling wedge trend, then that play is over. But your risk to reward is huge because let's say it plays within this range here and we get some momentum, we get a breakout. There could be a 23% trade if it hits all the way back up to the $50 range. When the market is consolidating and going on a downtrend, it can be very scary, but it also means that there's huge opportunities coming we got to make sure we just don't get in too early. We don't buy the dip too early. We need to wait for the confirmation for things to look green again and start moving back up before we get some confidence and we start adding in size and making bigger trades. Until then, make sure you protect your account. Don't give back all your gains, because this is what frustrates traders. They give back all their gains on a consolidation period and they get chopped up and they take a bunch of paper cuts and then they lose all their gains and basically go back to break even, and you basically wasted all your time. In the comments below, let me know what stocks you are watching in this next coming week. And don't forget to like this video, subscribe to my channel for more of these stock videos, and we'll see you guys next time.